Hello, I'm Joe.
Hello, I'm Tiffany.
I'm Bart.
I'm Gio, and you're watching
AskTheFeels.
And today we have a question from Helena.
Hey guys, I'm Helena, and I was wondering whether you think that once a cheater, always a cheater is true, because I've heard in previous Ask the Feels episodes that you don't really care about your current partner's past since it's a new relationship and you should probably give them a chance. But if you found out that they've cheated before, would you put the saying that once a cheater, always a cheater into perspective? Thanks for the answer.
I kept hearing cheetah. Once a cheetah. Always a cheetah. Cute accent, by the way.
Very cute accent.
I guess from a girl's perspective, and by a girl I just mean me only, because I don't know if all girls feel this way, but if I do find out that the person has cheated in the past, like, I'm not gonna keep the mentality of once a cheater, always a cheater, but I will be a little bit more perceptive and a little bit more observant of patterns and things that they say. I think I'd be a little bit more sensitive.
I don't think I would be more sensitive. I think I'll treat them the same because I know people can change, and I know the person that I am right now is completely different than the person I was before. And even the decisions that I make, my choices, my taste in things, a lot of things are like when I think back of my life when I was like 15 or even 17, I feel like I was a completely different person, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did those things. That's so crazy. So because of that, I know people can really, really change, and I don't think it would affect how I date them.
Would you be down to forgive somebody who cheated on you?
Would I be down to forgive someone that cheated? I think it depends on the circumstance.
Forgive, but do you stay?
So are you talking about like we're just dating for like maybe 2 years or 3 years or something like that, and they cheated on me? Mm-hmm. And do we live together or do we not live together?
You do live together.
I think it would depend on how satisfied I am with the relationship, and also the terms and how she cheated.
It's very circumstantial. I think the way that we think is, it's not so absolute. It's always like case by case. Because using things like once a cheater, always a cheater, you're generalizing so many people. And like Bart said, people can change. I think it's like saying that once a thief, always a thief. That's not true, because I know plenty of fucking thieves, and I know plenty of people who probably stole when they were like in junior high or high school, and they thought it was funny, but now they grow up and they go, oh fuck dude, there's like consequences, people get hurt, someone has to pay for that, and they start learning like, you know, all the people that they're affecting, and then they go, I'm not gonna steal anymore. And I think it's the same thing with cheating. Some people grow up and they realize like, you know, time to grow up and not fuck around, and some people stay immature. It's up to you to size up if this person's mature enough and they can control themselves, or they don't have self-control. I think that's how you can tell.
I mean, for sure, I agree with what you guys are saying, but I guess when I'm saying I'm a little bit more sensitive to it is, so for example, going with your example of people that once cheated, that then they learn that how many people they actually affected, so then they change that behavior, right? But then if something goes missing in your house, right, and they were the last person there, would you feel like, would your mind go there first, or would you completely remove that from your head and just be like, oh, it could have been anyone?
I would say everyone's a suspect.
Me too. I would go based off the evidence rather than
It's a new game of mafia.
Yeah, rather than people's personal tendencies.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then to go back to your question, because I think if she was completely sober versus if she was drunk at a party or something, I think those would be different. If she was being sneaky and it was planned, like premeditated, or if it was a spontaneous thing, that also is different. Was she traveling abroad, you know, and then something happened, you know, like there's like so many different circumstances, and I don't think that cases like this where you're talking about cheating or thievery or anything like that, I don't think there's one blanket rule that you can just throw over it, because there's so many things, there's so many situations that we've already encountered, and there's so many more that we don't even know about. So to just give one absolute answer for every single one of them, I think that's it's not a good way to go by it.
It depends on how fresh the cheating was. Like if you just got into a relationship with this person and like they just cheated on someone like a year ago or whatever, of course it's gonna be fresh on your mind, like, oh, they made this mistake and it hasn't been enough time for them to realize that or even change. But if they did this like 10 years ago, right, you ask them like, have you ever cheated? Yeah, I did, you know, it was in high school, I was kind of stupid, or like I was in college, and then now you're like, what, 40 some shit, and you're like, ever since that I never done it, then I think that's totally different. Right. It depends on how fresh the cheating is, and if if they just got with you like a month ago and you know they cheated on someone 3 months ago, then yeah, that same thing might apply. Once a cheater, always a cheater. It might apply because it's so fresh, you know? They haven't learned their lesson.
I think it also matters in how you find out about that person who cheated. Like if they told you themselves, then yeah, I mean, that means that they've already learned their lesson, they've moved past it, they're not like that anymore. But if you find out from somewhere else, so like they were trying to hide the fact that they cheated on someone before you, then that's just showing
Cheater,
the same
pumpkin eater.
tendencies of being a cheater.
You fuck cheetah, man.
You cheetah.
I'm a tiger.
I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of Ask the Feels. Don't ever miss a beat and make sure to subscribe. Make sure to watch this last video, it's so funny.
What's a quarter life crisis?
Like, there would be some nights when I would sit there in the middle of the night, like I can't sleep. I was like, and I'd just be like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Oh my god, what the fuck? Holy shit, I didn't pay my taxes last year? Oh my god, am I fucking dying? Like, I will freak the fuck out until like 5 in the morning. And then I fall asleep the next morning, wake up, I'm like, I'm good. You know, like you just, and it always happens around my birthday. Like, fuck, I'm 26 now. What am I fucking doing? I need a nicer car. Oh my god, like, you know, it's just, like, life crises are fucking crazy. And I can't really blame your mom for freaking out like that. So I'm